sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Fuddruckers, 66th and Milwaukee Avenue is, you'll find the Fuddruckers, and it is delicious, and you want to find it because they have absolutely the world's greatest hamburger and so much more, everything you're looking for in fine dining right there at Fuddruckers. I love it. Go there often, and 66th and Milwaukee is where you will find them.
We now return to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
Hey, quarter four, everything Texas Tech. I'm seeing their name. They're really, a quarter four now, it's what it is to me now. For Gary and I, it was really hard for a long time to get off the Cardinals.
At the beginning, it was hard.
But I love it now. I think it's a great name.
And really, I wasn't sure it would catch on, but it has more than caught on.
Yeah. Good job, Brad Wyatt. But everything Texas Tech. By the way, they just came out. They just released their new Texas Tech line. And it's going to be phenomenal. And Brad's really excited about it. So it's the place you can get anything you're looking for. Baseball glove, trophies, fashion. How about fashion, y'all?
Yeah.
At quarter four. All of that is there.
There you have it.
All right. J&W Services, Linco Distributors in Midland, Texas. Everything. In fact, I picked up a flyer one time. J&W Wellheads, Raider Electric, Feed Through, Lone Star Valve Rentals, Desert Drilling Products, Blaken Machine Shop, Full Moon Tracking. They do so much stuff.
We've been through that thing. It's top stuff.
It's an amazing company, and they can help you in the business, and they would love to. That's J&W Services, Linco Distributors. They can help you.
There you have it.
All right. I got to go to Mighty Wash, though, because I got bugs all over my windshield.
They'll get them. I was driving out here today, and on Indiana and about 96th, there's going to be a new Mighty Wash.
Man, that'll be handy.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot handier. Speaking of handy, there's our handy golf coach, Greg Says. Now, let's see if he got his volume upright.
Can we hear you?
I can hear you guys.
Yeah.
We got you. Yeah, good, Greg. Where are you right now?
I'm actually at my parents' place in Fort Worth. We, my oldest son that's under my roof, my third, he's a senior at Trinity, and he's at the state track meet in Waco. So we stayed here and just been going down to Waco from here.
Well, speaking of that, he is the state champion. Hudson Sands. Yeah. He is the state champion. Isn't that great?
Defending state champion?
No, he just won it, didn't he?
Yeah, he won yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Yeah.
He vaulted. I think he vaulted 14 feet for the win. His personal best is 15.3, and had the opportunity to break that as well, but didn't break it, but did win state. So it was a lot of fun for him.
That is so great.
That's neat. How'd the team do? Or was he the only one down there?
No, the team's doing okay. They're in the four. He's also in the 4x400 later on today, and then I think you had I know Ford Rogers finished fourth in the shot put. Grant McCaslin's daughter Jersey did well in the long jump. I think she might have finished third, so she's a senior there as well. I don't know if she's a senior, but she's at Trinity as well. So I don't know if they'll win team-wise, but they're competing well. I think there's a couple other schools that are pretty stacked this year in their classification.
Are you going to drive back down for the 4x400?
Yeah, we're going to drive back down. I think we're going to leave here about 10:45 or 11 to go back down to watch that one.
Okay, that's one of the all-time great events in a track meet.
Yeah, I agree. It's the last one for a reason, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully they're running for a chance to win state or finish in the top 3 in state. No, that's the neat thing about that 4x400.
Yeah, it really is. It's Hudson, my son, just started running it not that long ago, and every time he comes home, he goes, "Man, that's a man's race, sprinting that whole lap."
Oh man.
Test your manhood. So he loves it.
But does he play golf? I mean, it's a lot. Doesn't hurt near as bad. Golf doesn't.
He likes to play. He's not very good. He didn't really get into it. He's a lefty, and he's got a big old slice. But we played the other day, all four boys, me and my three sons, and he was on my team, and we just started playing that big old banana cut. He has a lefty, so
yeah, just make an adjustment.
He's pretty athletic, but it's a lot of fun. I've got my little guy, my 13-year-old. He's the golfer right now in the family.
Okay.
So,
hey, did I see where Luke DeLeese won some award? I think I did.
Yeah, we had our award ceremony, and he was, he got hurt this year. He had some labrum surgery, but he won the hardest worker on our team, or I think they call it something different than that, but that's basically what it's represented. He's a grinder. He's a guy that's always working hard, always spending the time out the course, but also in the weight room and that kind of thing. So that's the award he won.
It's the Workhorse Award.
There you go, Workhorse. I'm glad you gave me an assist.
Yeah, and they gave one to everybody, a bunch of people.
I think each team got two nominations. Got to have one.
Luke DeLeese, Emily Lee won for women's golf, but. Anyway, that's a cool thing they do, I think, don't you?
Well, we've been around Luke, and he is a quality kid, and I'm assuming he's a great teammate.
He's an amazing teammate. He showed up a little inexperienced, but there's been no player in my 26 years, and I think my associate head coach agrees with this statement because we've talked about it a few times. There's nobody that's improved more than him, and he was really looking good prior to his injury, and really he made the first term of the year this year. Was really, if you just walked out there and didn't know who everybody was in the middle of our qualifying in the fall, he would have been a guy that you say that's your best player. And so unfortunately, has a little setback with the injury, but he's physically he's really hitting the ball, far, really athletic. He's got a chance. He's got a chance to continue to help us out, and it's going to take a little longer, which we've already kind of gone through the hard part of the beginning of the, transition of just some of his experiences compared to some of the guys on the team. That's the thing he had to kind of make up. I think mentally believing that he could play at this level, he's starting to handle that, and so I think now it's just a matter of putting in the time and getting some experience in some of these bigger tournaments.
The reason we bring Luke up is he's a local kid. He's a Lubbock kid with a wonderful Lubbock family, but you've got guys from all over the world. I mean, how many of your golfers, first, how many golfers do you have, and how many are from the United States?
Yeah, we have this year we have 10 on the team. The roster limits, we're going down to 9, but there's a little nuance there with a designated student athlete. You can have one of those when they made the new rules with the roster limit. So we have 10 total. We got guys all over. It's easier to start with the guys that are Americans. Luke's from Lubbock. Ben Gregg's from Plano area. He's playing a lot of quality golf for us. And then we have a freshman, Brady McHenry, who's from Ventura, California, so a little suburb of LA. His dad's a firefighter, great kid. So he's been playing quite a bit for us as well. So that's the U.S. guys, and then at the top of our lineup, the three most consistent players have been Tim Biedermeier from Germany, great kid. He's actually a junior this year, and just really been one of the more stable guys on our team week in, week out. Connor Graham is a sophomore from Scotland. Callum and Sandy Scott, both of them had a big part of, helping getting him over here. He's a two-time Walker Cupper. He's the youngest kid to ever play on the Walker Cup for the GB&I team. He was 16 years old when he made the Walker Cup. So he's been a great addition and a really good player for us. And then Adam Bresnew transferred from Odessa College. I call him the Heinz 57 kid. He's an amazing kid. He's from originally Morocco, but he spent a lot of time in France. He can speak about 3 or 4 different languages, probably more than that. I probably give him not enough credit. And he went and played at Odessa for a good friend of mine, Brad Strachey, who was the coach at the time. And he came in my office and said, "Hey, I really want to play here." I didn't think he was good enough. And he kept begging me and telling me he really wanted to come, and he ended up being one of our best players this year. So what do I know?
Wow. He knew more than you. Hey, you mentioned. Well, I got his name right here. Ben Gregg. He won the Strive for Honor award that was presented at this awards deal.
Ben's probably our most professional day in, day out kid. I mean, he's really mature. He's a thinker. I got to keep him from tinkering too much at times because he likes to think about a lot of things. And sometimes golf, you just want to make it simple. But he's an amazing kid. A 4.0 guy. Just a kid that been a real stable force for us. And him and Tim have lived together. He's really helped Tim transition from coming from Germany here. So they were roommates as freshmen, and Ben's been a little bit up and down for us, but he's been a huge reason why we played better this spring. He's really figured some things out. We've kind of settled in and stopped tinkering with some things, and he's really taken ownership of a lot of the spaces in his game and gotten better. And he played really good at the Floridian, the tournament we won. So we weren't just three-legged, like we were in the fall. We've all of a sudden become, we really got 6 players playing really good golf right now. And so I'm really excited for the postseason and taking those 6 players to Northeast pretty soon.
24th straight regional. That's pretty impressive. And then what can we expect at this one? Because we just have to finish in the top 5, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. We're the only site that has a host school that is not in the top 5 seeds. So Oregon State is a 10 seed, and they're very capable. They had a really bad fall.
Advantage.
Had a really bad fall, but added a kid at semester, and they've been playing. And they went from ranked 110 to about 60th in the spring, and so that compresses it a little bit. But I think our site might be the hardest one to advance out of, but maybe the easiest one to win, if that makes sense. I really think that we're playing better golf than Arkansas. They're the 1 seed. We beat them, 2.5, 3 weeks ago at West Virginia. Played every round with them, and probably don't want that getting out. But I really do think that we're playing some good golf right now, and if we play like we're supposed to, we can win it. If we don't play like we're supposed to, it'll be a dogfight to get out of there. I promise you that.
All right, you finish in the top 5. Do you go to California? Isn't it the same place every year?
Yeah, we're trying to make San Diego, or I guess it's really Carlsbad, kind of our Omaha for golf. It's a long story, but the University of Texas, who has put a lot of money into that in a roundabout way through a booster that owns the Omni hotel complex there, and they put a lot of money into the golf course and the resort, and their goal is to really make that our site that could stay like Omaha, even though I think this will be year 4. It's a great place. It can host both the men and women's back-to-back weeks, and you stay on site, and they put some money into the course to make it, more championship feel. And we've been fortunate to be there the last couple of years, and so our guys have some good experience. So if and when we get back, we'll have a leg up on some of the teams that maybe haven't been there. So looking forward to. There's a couple teams at the top that are going to be awfully hard to beat, but if you can just make the 8 in match play, then it really becomes anybody's game in the match play. I truly believe that.
Well, would you be fine with Carlsbad being the Omaha for golf?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's when we set out to do this, and when TV wanted to put our championship on TV, the Golf Channel, there were some things that were driven by that. They really wanted a place where we wouldn't have much weather issues to get through what we need to get through with the format. They like it being on the West Coast for the TV to be back prime time on the East Coast and Central. So there's a lot of things that were needed to check that box. And I don't want to give University of Texas too much credit, but John Fields is a good friend, and he's really been a visionary for that place. Him and Coach Mike Holder, who was the AD at Oklahoma State, but obviously one of the best golf coaches in my lifetime. Certainly, he was behind it too, along with Coach Fields, and they've raised a lot of money. They've had the connections to get that started, and like I said, when you get there, you really feel like that it's a perfect spot, given that we can play the men and women's the women's and men's back to back, and you feel like it's a course that can separate the best teams, and all those small things, the history, the history of it's nice because you can compare scores from year to year, and I think obviously the weather's pretty consistent there, so that helps us out as well.
That's really good. How can we watch you in Corvallis? Is it on ESPN Plus?
No, it's going to be. I think for the first time they're going to stream it. Baby Grand is the name of the website that just started to stream those 6 regionals. So, I got an email the other day showing me how to do it, but I haven't really dove into it. But I know that Baby Grand, it's BABYGRANDE. Baby Grand is the company that's doing that.
So we can watch you compete. And we're the 2 seed. We're the 2 seed in Corvallis.
I don't know how it's going to, what that's going to look like or what days they're going to do it. But yes, apparently you can watch us play in Corvallis.
All right, and the 1 seed is
Arkansas.
TCU? Oh, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And y'all just got through beating them.
Yeah.
Are there any other conference schools in that regional?
I haven't studied it too hard. I've been kind of kicking my head down. I bet there is, but I don't know in the top 5. A former Big 12 schools in there. The 4 seed is OU. I do know that.
Good.
And they're playing some good golf recently, so they'll be tough there too as a 4 seed.
All right, Greg, we got about 30 seconds left. Anything special you want to tell our folks out there?
No, I just think this is a special group. It is going to be hard to advance, but I do think that with the depth that we've had and a little bit of luck, it's kind of like baseball. You got to pitch good at the right time. We've got to go play good at the right time. We know that, but really looking forward to this stretch run and seeing what can happen.
All right.
We wish you well. You've done a great job, Greg. You really have.
Proud of you.
Thanks, David. I appreciate you guys.
It's impressive. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Here today, Joe Heffley, lower floor of the Citibank building. Go see Joe, and you'll get you a great haircut and lots of great information, too. He's the best. Joe Heffley, here today in the lower floor of the Citibank building. HG Thrash Clothing Company, 2010 Broadway Avenue. Also at 82nd and Quaker in Kingsgate, and you can see their new store. It's an absolutely gorgeous store, and it's different than the one downtown, but I love the one downtown as well. Just first class all the way, and everything you're looking for. The finest men's store in this part of the world, as far as I'm concerned. They have the stuff I like, and I think you will too. And Howard and Jeremy do a tremendous job with HG Thrash Clothier Company. And so make that your one stop for everything men's clothing, and they will help you and know what you like and be able to get you exactly what you need. Hey, Mission Service Companies, that's my son Tanner Thetford, and they do all kinds of things: landscape maintenance, Christmas lights, pool service, and pool installation. And they got a whole crew that's doing all that with swimming pools. They would love to help you. But really what we're promoting right now, especially in the Permian Basin, up here around here where there's oil and gas, is they've got a spraying business that kills all the weeds, gets rid of them, and they will make you a deal. Give them a shot. You'll be so impressed with how they do it. Guarantee all their work, and they'll get right on top of it and get it done for you at Mission Service Company. Call 806-632-6325, 632-6325. West Texas State Bank, I was in there this week, by the way.
Oh.
I just love going by there. They just make you feel so welcome. I mean, just the whole crew. Of course, we had lunch with Jimmy Carmichael, who's one of the officers there now at West Texas State Bank, and Chris Comer, and got to see John Grist, who's the head man, and just love this guy. But y'all, it's just the
so
bacon.
John was there.
Yeah, John's there
Sometimes
all the time.
those big dogs are vacationing.
No, Jimmy said he's here every day, all day, beats me there, leaves after me. And John is and he just says, this is a friendly bank. That's what he's looking to be. We want to be a friendly bank, and we're looking for ways to make things happen, not for reasons not to. And you love that about him at West Texas State Bank. 30th and Slide Road. 30th and Slide. All righty. That was fun. Greg's amazing, Coach.
He is. Tell you somebody else is amazing is Mark Finkner.
Yeah, he is.
He's an amazing fella, and he got him an amazing gig.
It's amazing he's got a job, really, don't you think?
And let me tell you about his job. His job takes half the time of Jamie Lentz's job.
It does. He was smart.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
And even if they played 7 innings, it would be quite a bit shorter, but they usually just play 5 innings.
Yeah.
You got a good gig, Fink.
Well, I'm telling you, if you were with us on Thursday, there was a lot of hate for Kansas and UCF because the first game went long. So I had a 90-minute pregame show. So forget this shorter bit. From 1 o'clock, about the time we got off the air and played a full 7 against Baylor, it was about just after 5 o'clock. So it was over 4 hours for a broadcast.
That's a lot.
For a 7-inning game the other day. So yeah, the 90-minute pregame I think is an all-time record.
Well, what do you talk about for 90 minutes? Now you do have the gift of gab, so that helps. But
you have a
slightly.
Who's your color analyst person?
Me.
I think it's Fink.
Oh, you do both? You ask yourself questions?
Show, right, yeah.
Well, that is really tough. I did the Monterey series by myself this weekend, and of course you can do it. I mean, it's we don't have a big pregame, but it's 15 minutes.
I just have to play music.
But it's still, you just got to keep the air filled, and sometimes you get tired of talking.
Yeah, well, the hot air balloon was out by the time the game was over.
I know it.
Thursday,
there's another home run.
The death to be here for sure, though.
Well, I've got. I think if you see Coach Glasgow, if he keeps giving up no runs, I think we're going to win the national championship. I think we got a good shot.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. I mean, and this team. I mean, here's the thing, guys. He has coached 5 games in this tournament, 3 last year, 2 so far this year going into the day.
Yeah.
In those 5 games, Tech has allowed from last year and this year a grand total of 0 runs.
That's amazing.
They have shut out all 5. They shut out all 3 last year, winning by a combined 26-0. This year, they've won 2 games by a combined 21-0. Now, is it going to be that way today? Maybe, because Arizona State last night to beat Oklahoma State, and OSU had a good turnout here last night. Now I was watching the game back at the hotel, but they had a good turnout last night. But man, Arizona State put it on their ace last night and ended up winning 11-7. The game was over about 10:30ish, and by the time they did media and all that stuff and got back to the hotel, and I just got to believe that Tech has at least a partial advantage just because the fact that Arizona State is tired and the fact that an 11 a.m. first pitch is a 9 a.m. first pitch for them on their body clocks right now. So,
yeah. And we're really good. That's the other advantage we have. We're really good.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You're more in the know of this stuff than I am, but this Oklahoma State, I really, really wanted to play Oklahoma State. For one, it would be a better environment with people coming out,
correct,
and all. But for number 2, didn't their coach hint around that their girl was the only pitcher of the year in the Big 12, and that Nigeria
there was
wasn't?
No hinting, Gary. He flat out said it. I mean, there's no hinting or saying, well, was she? No, he flat out said. They got an email from the league saying that Ruby Malin was the pitcher of the year, and then come back and use the term holistically that she and Nyjah Kennedy were co-pitchers of the year. Now, Tech has absolutely no influence, no say in that because the coaches can't vote for their own players. So I can only imagine that Jerry either voted for Ruby Mayland at Oklahoma State or the pitcher that we're going to see today in Kinsey Brown of Arizona State. Those are the two other great pitchers in this league. So, I mean, Tech had absolutely nothing to do with this, no kind of influence, nothing along those lines. But yeah, something. But I can't imagine that Kenny Gajewski would just say that to be saying it and it not have truth to it. I mean, you just don't say something like that without there being merit to it. So,
but my goodness,
it is odd for sure.
It makes no sense that Najee wouldn't be at least co. I thought it was pretty jicky that she was just co. How good is the Oklahoma State girl? She must have had some great stats until last night.
She did, and she got some big wins. I mean, she was in the circle here a couple of weeks ago in a non-conference game against OU, won that one. Well, they went to Texas, won there. So she got some national notoriety there, especially in the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season. And Mayland actually had more strikeouts in conference games than Nyjah Kennedy. So from that perspective, okay, I see it, I get it. But last night, Arizona State, they knew what was coming, and they were able to figure her out in that second inning. And I mean, they tattooed the ball all over the ballpark and scored 6 in the second and chased her out. So, yeah, it would have been fun to see Kennedy versus Mayland today, but Kinsey Brown of Arizona State got a golden ticket. She got drafted in the AUSL draft on Monday night, too. So, I mean, she is legit good.
Okay.
So this is going to be a really, really good game today from a pitching standpoint if both pitchers are on.
Well, you said that girl had more strikeouts than Najee. Did she have more innings pitched? Because that, to me, is more important than
I don't have her numbers in front of me.
If you have twice as many innings pitched, then maybe you'll have more strikeouts.
Yeah.
Right, but the point being, and to your point there, here's the thing, that she has thrown in all but 6 games for Oklahoma State since the end of February. So I'm sure she's got more innings because of what you brought in with Caitlin Terry this year.
Right.
Who, in my opinion, is the best two-way player in the country. I mean, there's no doubt with what KT has done and what these two pitchers have done so far here in Oklahoma City and what KT's been able to do to take some of that off of Nyjah that we saw last year. Oklahoma State's kind of in that boat this year with Mayland.
Yeah.
She ought to be more rested because Terry's been – and then we have Lincoln, too. I mean, she's been able to rest some this year.
No
Kennedy
doubt. I mean,
has.
Sam's sitting there at 7-0. I mean, on probably 85 to 90% of teams in Division I, if they had Samantha Lincoln, that would be their ace.
Yeah. That tells you a lot.
I mean, she's really good. There is no doubt about it. And today is one of those games, guys, where I think you throw it all out there. All the chips are on the table for Tech because if they win today, they still have a shot of being a top 8 national seed, which to me seems ridiculous.
That was my next question, Mark. How is that even in the conversation?
Yeah, really?
Tech's not going to host a super regional.
Well,
it makes no sense.
Here's why. Here is why. Because the committee for years and years have used RPI. That has been their basis. But you look at it this year, Arkansas is the number 1 RPI team in the country, but they were 7th in the SEC. So is Arkansas really the best team? No, they're not the best team. And Tech gets penalized because and I mean, let's just be blunt here. I don't know all the ins and outs about this, and Jerry's never told me anything about this. But guys, when A&M is the only team in the SEC that would play you, the SEC basically was boycotting Tech. I think UCLA, they had a chance to play them out at the Mary Nutter in California, and UCLA said, nope, don't want to play them. So is it trying to stay away from Tech? Is there pettiness over the way that Tech got players in the portal last year? You know, there's some of that in play, and because of that, Tech's strength of schedule is not as good as some of these other teams. I guarantee you Jerry would have wanted to play Texas and Oklahoma and anybody else, any other good teams that would really want to play him. But a lot of them just didn't want to play him for whatever reason. If there's pettiness, jealousy, or just couldn't work it in their schedule or whatever.
You're verbalizing exactly what I was thinking is happening in this deal is There's a little bit of, and I think it's jealousy. I mean, the fact that we have had, the funds, and we got to shoot it straight. I mean, it's not like we had all these kids and coached them up to greatness. We saw that they were great, and we brought them in
here,
and that's the way to do it nowadays. But I really think if we're not a super regional host, that just reeks of gimmickry.
Yep.
Right. Oh, no doubt. I mean, as of yesterday, I haven't checked the RPI. I'll do that before we hit the air at 10:30. But going into and see, here's another thing out of the RPI, guys, that's just so confusing this year. Tech going into the final week of the season was at 11. They beat Tarleton State, who was like 118. And I mean, Tarleton's had a good year. They're won 35, 37 games, somewhere in there. You beat them, you move up 1. They moved up 3, and you moved up 1 to 10. Okay. Then you beat Baylor, a top 40 RPI team, and you drop 1. Then you lost to Baylor in the middle game. You dropped to 13. You beat them in the last game with the Perfecto last Saturday by Nyjah, and you only go back to 12. And then after you beat Baylor again, you drop to 14.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the number does not make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
There's enough other analytics out there that can be used, and
should be.
The thing that I keep preaching, there's a thing called the eye test. And if you look at this team, you forget all the stats and all that, which are unbelievable. But when you just look at this team, you can't tell me they're not one of the 8 best teams in America right now. No. They're the number 1 team in winning percentage in the country. They've won. They're the first one, and may still be the only one at 50 because Oklahoma lost in the SEC tournament to Georgia the other day. So, there's just enough other analytics out there that if you simply go by RPI, the committee is being lazy. And I've preached that for several weeks, and Jerry believes that the committee is going to do right. Not necessarily right by them, but do right and look at everything. Because last year in a super regional against Florida State, 2 teams that should have been in the World Series but had them paired up, not really right. So hopefully the committee really does their homework on this and really studies the full body of work and what this team has done this year. I mean, people that want to say they played a bunch of nobodies, that's not true by any means. I mean, they've got some great wins under their belt, but if they don't win today, that'll be a huge knock against them. Even though Arizona State's a top 25 team, that'll still be a big knock against them. So there is some pressure.
I think they're the best team in the country, Fink, and we're worried if they're going to be in the top 8. I'm just like,
right.
We got the best pitching. We got the best hitting. What do you got to have? The best coaching.
You do have the number 1 duo in the country. There's no question about that in the circle. Offensively, you're 2 or 3 in the country in average, 2 or 3 in home runs, or I think maybe 4 in home runs. But definitely the offense is there, the pitching's there, it's all there. And I tell you what, guys. All right, here's your early report. The Red Raiders. What color would you like for them to wear on Championship Saturday?
Well, I'm a big Red Raider fan.
Red. Or that
then
pink,
you are correct. Ladies and gentlemen,
color.
The Red Raiders are wearing red today, my personal favorite colors. So
good. Hey, I got to ask you something, Fink. This is from Scott Kim, and I probably should know what this is, but I don't. He says, ask Fink about Quiroga. Is she coming back clean at this point?
I don't know what Longie's status is. I know she stepped away from the team a few weeks ago to deal with some personal issues. I've not talked to Jerry about that. I'll definitely talk to him this coming week, but hopefully, because there's thought. First of all, whatever it is she's dealing with, you hope that is resolved in a positive manner, number one. But and then when you start dealing with on the field stuff, hopefully she's able to come back for you at some point, because, man, does she give you a boost behind the plate, offensively and defensively. Big Valdez has been great behind the plate. There is no question about it. She's been great. Jazzy Burns as the DP and sometimes catch, she's been great too. But, boy, having Longie there would be huge as well. So hopefully,
well, not knowing anything about the situation, if she comes back, hopefully the team takes her back, because I don't know why she left in the first place. But
right, well, I don't either. But
okay.
But I can only imagine that they would. I mean, that's just the way this bunch has been all year. I mean, they've been just. They're a great bunch of young ladies, and looking forward to seeing them coming up. We'll have the broadcast coming up bottom of the hour on 92.3 The Hub, and then 11:05 first pitch, boys.
Okay,
all right, Fink, let's go get it, buddy. Good job.
Let's get her done, man. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mark.
Appreciate you, Mark.
You bet.
Mark,
have a great day today.
I know it.
So we shall see.
I didn't know they hadn't given up a run in either of the tournaments.
That's pretty neat.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All righty. Hey, Bednar's and Associates, some of our favorite people in the whole world of the Bednar's group, Daryl and Bunny and Brittany and Blake and the whole family. And what's cool about it is they all work together. At Bednar's and Associates, they can help you with any kind of insurance you're looking for. And Daryl is the pro with you ag producers. Farmers, ranchers, you need to talk to him because he'll make sure you're covered for the best price. Oh, they are. They are. Now, about 125th at Quakers, where you'll find their office, or you can Google them, Bednar's and Associates. Plains Capital Bank, ride with the good guys at Plains Capital Bank. So many years. And, Gary and I, we grew up here with Plains and the guys that were running it, and Johnny and Alan and the whole Les and the whole team.
Plains has grown up with our show. They were our very first advertiser and been with us for 17 years. So
we appreciate them.
We appreciate the heck out of them.
Locations all over Lubbock, Plains Capital.
Lubbock Sports Station with Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
Okay, for you folks that watched the show last week, I think you got to see what quality people. Sean Gray, we had Edgar in. We didn't have Dusty Street in, but Dusty and Sean are the owners, and Edgar's the backbone of Roofwise. And like I say, we're running out of time on that hailstorm. But even if you don't have the hailstorm deal to deal with, have these folks come out and give you a look. Edgar will tell you what it's worth, and you need to know that when it comes down to this. I'm going to give you their phone number, so get ready. Call them this week, 806-500-7089. 806-500-7089, Roofwise. Give them a call.
All right. Senior Benefit Solutions, this is Lori Kasler. And let me just tell you, Lori is a pro at Medicare, and she can help you get the right kind of coverage. She can look at what you have, get it all situated and fixed, and tell you what you need to do. And she's not going to sell you insurance. She's going to help you. You just go in there and talk to her, and she'll help you get all lined up and with where you need to be and know what to do. Here's the work number, Monday through Friday, 806-781-3904, 781-3904, and she's located on 2513 86th Street. She has an office there. You can go sit down with her.
Right behind the movie theater.
You'll love it. You'll love talking to her. Lori Kasler at Senior Benefit Solutions for Medicare. All right, we got the coach here with us. I got to ask you, did you know what was going on? Because I watched the video of you and Kirby. Did you know what was going on?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Wes Kittley.
Oh, absolutely not.
You didn't?
You talk about getting fooled. My bride of 42 years said she knew on April the 6th Kirby had called her, and I can't believe she did such a good job of keeping it from me.
Well, it seemed like they should ask you if you want to drive a champions named after you. You might say, no, I'd prefer not.
No.
Nope, don't need that.
Hey, I couldn't tell. I watched the video of y'all, and I couldn't really tell if you knew, but I thought you didn't. And I thought, what a great surprise, Coach. Isn't that awesome?
No, it was. I mean, an incredible, unexpected honor. I really, you probably couldn't tell by my expression because I was in shock. Kirby had told me and set me up to say that football and me, that the board wanted us to come and honor our Big 12 championships. Well, it made sense.
Yeah.
You know, I had been over there before in the past, so I thought, well, why would I think any different? And then they did the football championship, and then they got me up there, and then they said, hey, we're giving him a street name, and I was shocked. You know, had no idea.
Well, I think I might have cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did a little bit. Let me tell you, this honor was something I didn't expect at all, and just the Hall of Fame. I didn't think I'd get in till you get out. You know, they've made an exception there. I guess to give me my flowers while I'm still alive there.
Well, yeah.
But
because you're not going to quit, you stay.
Very respectful. Yeah. Well, they know when I quit, I guess, and then you wait 10 years, you're in your 80s, so I might not make it. So.
Well, then your speech is just a bunch of babbling. So.
Yeah,
that's right.
So anyway,
I guess that's what they.
That
thought.
was their thinking.
This is incredibly special. I can tell you.
Well, I visited with Kirby last night at the baseball game, and we were talking about you and bragging on you. And I said, Kirby, I will settle for the latrine if you'll just name the restroom, and I don't care if it's the men's or the women's.
And they can put your picture in the bottom of it.
I don't care if it's the men's or women's. Just the bathroom would be fine. Anyway, obviously you've got all these accolades for things you've done in the past, but here in the immediate future, you've got some things going on too, and we got the Big 12 meet next week, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's priority. You're exactly right. We have our last practice. We're in finals right now, and we're about done. And we will have one last practice on Monday, and then the team travels on Tuesday, and we start up on Thursday in Tucson at the University of Arizona. So need to get everybody focused and get these finals out of the way and try to have a chance to bring 2 championships back home.
Is that a good place for us to run, Tucson?
No, it is. It's going to be 105, 104, but they've moved the meet mostly to the evening, which I think will really help us. But, it's a dry heat also, so it's going to be hot, but I think we'll be fine. And, you got to think about all the other people that are coming to that heat. They're not going to be used to it either.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you thought that our outdoor team might be better than our indoor team. Have injuries and all stayed away to where we still feel that way?
Yeah, I think on the men's side, I still feel that way. We've had one injury on the women's side of one of our sprinters, and she is going to try to run, but I don't know exactly one of our sprinters. But everybody else, as far as I know, and as of today, are pretty healthy. And so we're going into this pretty healthy. And, everybody's probably got something going on. We're not the only ones. You got all these other 16 teams, and everyone doesn't have everybody healthy. When you think 32 women and 32 men, somebody's going to not be perfect.
Right.
Well, Coach, this is going to be so fun to watch. And I'm 27 years, and I didn't realize that you were the longest tenured coach in the history of Texas Tech athletics. Did you know that?
Yeah. I honestly did not until I can't remember if it was Kirby or the president that said it in the speech there. But, I definitely knew I was here for 27, but I thought there would be somebody, in the old-timers that had been here longer. But
that's
so if you were checking them off, you passed me 24 years ago.
It wasn't even close.
3, Gary. Oh, boy.
Wasn't even close. But
it's been a great run.
Oh, my gosh, Coach, just listen. 29 national titles at ACU. And it's unbelievable what you've done. 16 Big 12 titles, 37 NCAA champions, 227 Big 12 individual champions, and you have 24 Olympians that have come out of your program. And, Coach, this is phenomenal what you've been able to do here. Yeah. It really is.
Well, listen, it's been one of the greatest blessings of my life to get here. And Gerald Myers saw something in me, and I'm just so thankful that he did. And then, Kirby's been with me for 15 years, and, President Skubnik, the board, I'm just, everybody's been so good to me. And like I said, I said in my speech that, I've always felt like I was wanted here, and I'd get a 5-year contract and get 2 or 3 years in it, and they'd say, let's move it back to 5. And it's just always been that way, and I never wanted to go anywhere else. And so just very, very blessed to be able to be here this long. 27 years for any coach to be anywhere, you're lucky.
Yeah. Greg Sands, we had him on earlier. He's been here 24.
Oh, he'll pass me. Yeah, he'll definitely get me wind up. But, he and I have been, he's a lot younger than me. So
yeah, but he coaches golf. I mean, that's not, that ain't stressful at all, man.
You just walk.
You got stress in your job.
Well, I'm the only guy that's got 2 programs, so that's
there you go.
That's the
Add
thing
them together.
Me.
Yeah, it's 54 years you've been here.
54 years.
Yeah, if you count them that way.
Well, you listed a lot of people, and we didn't say Corky, and Corky's one of the main reasons you're here too. And
exactly.
I don't want to pass up an opportunity.
I did mention him in my speech.
You
bet. I wouldn't be here, without Corky, and he introduced me to so many people, and probably y'all. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
And it's just special when Corky told Gerald, "Hey, your track coach is at Abilene," and Jim Sal said, "Hey, you need to be at Abilene. You need to be at Texas Tech." He told me that the year before I got here. There are just so many people. You don't do this by yourself. And my coaching staff, man, we've been together forever, and you can just figure out each other's strengths and weaknesses and then try to do the best you can. And I've been very fortunate.
I do want to tell everybody when Gerald Myers hired you, we won't tell the whole story, but I do know that he offered you. He says, "Coach, we're willing to offer you $65,000, and you start walking to tell your wife about it. He goes, "Did I say 65? I meant 85."
No, that's exactly right. I actually told that also, and when he was there, I said, "Coach, forgive me of this, but when you offered me the 65, I was just going to go tell Linda we are coming." I was making 38 and I was still going to the car, and he walks out and says, "Hey, Wes, 85," and I said, "I'll be right back."
Yeah, he's a great negotiator.
He was, wasn't he? But it was the greatest thing, I'll tell you.
All right, I know you got your grandkids in town. Is Zach there handy where we could say
he
hey
is right
to him?
here. I'm fixing to hand him off to you.
All right.
We're proud of you, but we're proud of him also. And since he's in town, we wanted to tell him how proud we are.
Absolutely. Here he is.
All right. Hey, Zach.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man. This is kind of fun, isn't it? All this notoriety.
Oh, yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, special weekend for us here for sure.
And you're only 25 more years in Florida to tie your dad. So.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, it's hard to even imagine.
All right, 26 years.
Yeah.
Last year was your first year, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, year 1 last year, going into year 2 now here in 2026.
Okay, and year 1 was, I think you'd say so-so and all. Are you still in good graces with everybody, or are they out for your head?
No, I think I'm in good graces right now. We kind of knew year 1 would definitely have its ups and downs, just with us, still being new in the American Conference and playing in the best Group of 6 league there is. And man, we lost a lot of guys, and with 2 transfer portals last year and some of those things, it's that year 1 coming in can be tough for sure. And we had some injuries. My quarterback went down week 4, and kind of had to do the Baron Morton all over again, shoulder injury type thing that I had while I was here with him. And so he battled all year, and we were able to do some good stuff. And we were in some games that, we hadn't been in the past. So we got a lot of guys coming back, a lot of return in production, full staff continuity. I didn't lose a single coach. So we're really excited going into year 2 here.
When you talk about the portal last year getting to you, are y'all able to compete in the portal right now financially? And you said you didn't lose many this year, if any. That's got to be a feather in your cap.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we're definitely positioned better here going into year 2. I can tell you that the revenue sharing model helped us tremendously there at Florida Atlantic, and only having 1 transfer portal too. It's just for all college football coaches. It's a game changer. Not having to try to flip a roster twice, and that's kind of what we had to do in year 1. And this year we had a lot of production returning, and we were able to sign our guys that we needed. And now we've got our team, and they were able to go through spring football with us, and so we feel a lot better, like I mentioned, going into year 2.
You sound excited, and I'm glad to hear that. We want nothing but the best for you. We loved you being here. Zach. You know we did. A bunch of us did.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I love Texas Tech. I love Lubbock, West Texas, all of it. So I'm proud of Coach McGuire and the staff for those guys being able to go win that Big 12 championship last year, and I have no doubt the success will continue to happen here under his leadership. So I'm excited and always going to bleed red and black for me, and I love this place, so always rooting for the Red Raiders.
I know you got your grandkids here, and I'm assuming your wife too. Did y'all know that this was going on for your dad when you came out here, or was it just coincidental?
No, so I knew. I actually got a call from Kirby as well, and he was trying to get a hold of my mom and accidentally clicked my number, and I think he felt like he should have called my mom first, but since he had me on the phone, went ahead and told me. And so I actually had a few head coaching duties, some speaking engagements I was supposed to be at, but my athletic director was kind enough to move some stuff around for me so I could be here for it. So definitely something that I didn't want to miss, and glad I was able to be here.
Well, that's neat because, you're obviously a Florida Atlantic guy, but you're still a Red Raider. There's still some Red Raider in you.
We know that. Yeah, we heard it.
Absolutely.
We heard it.
Yep.
Well, listen,
absolutely.
It's just so cool. Your family, I know, has been so blessed by Texas Tech, and certainly Coach Kittley, Wes has been, and this is just a tremendous honor. And no better street to put it on, the one that has champions in it, right, Zach? I mean, that's
absolutely
him.
No, yeah, you're spot on. Like you said, Texas Tech and West Texas, Lubbock, they've been really, really good to the Kittley family now for 27 years. And, man, we all love this place, all of my entire family and me and my brothers and our families, and clearly my mom and dad too. And, just a tremendous honor that, a lot of people probably around here would say it's been a long time coming, but you're right. For him to be on the street that says champions couldn't be better.
Well, it seems like the indoor and outdoor tracks are on that street, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. You'll drive right by the outdoor track, the baseball, the academic center, the nutrition center, right into there to Jones AT&T, into the indoor track as well.
I love when he's recruiting, he goes, just come to Wes Kittley, Champion Street. That's where you
exactly
find
right. Exactly right.
Well, oh, man. Well, we're glad you're here.
And we know you're here sort of vacationing with your family. We don't take much of your time, but we are Florida Atlantic fans. And, David, didn't you say their mascot was?
The Owls.
We thought that was maybe not quite rugged enough for the football team, but in fact, you might.
Well, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. We're excited. We've got some Red Raider fans down there in South Florida as well. So I appreciate y'all having us on.
Well, we're pulling for Florida Atlantic unless you play Tech. How's that?
All right, I understand that. All good.
We'll be watching you, Zach.
Enjoy Lubbock,
buddy. Congratulations to your whole family.
You bet.
Yep. Thanks again. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Zach Kittley, head football coach at Florida Atlantic.
Yep.
And baby boy from Wes Kittley.
Yep.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.